What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Capping with Kev Mack. Kev Mack and Big Lee in the building. My co host, Go Young DJ. DJ should be joining us any moment. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for him if you want to come on. KP, if you're on deck, you can come on. Anybody want to talk some sports, you can come on. Why just sip on this little shit, man? Damn, I probably shouldn't be cussing on my sports channel yet, huh? Got to give it a chance to get going. All right, y'all get on up in here, man. We got 7 people up in here. That's a good, lucky number right there. Lucky seven, lucky seven, lucky seven. How is seven so lucky and you roll seven? Seven out. Take the pass, pay the don't. You lose your money on seven and dice, man. How's that so lucky?
Unless it's the first roll.
Yeah, if it's the come out roll, you good. But you lose all them damn side bets on seven. What's happening, Kev? I need to try. Straight bets. These parlays ain't hitting it all. Yeah, it's best. It's best. I try to give out both. Some days I feel like parlay may be the way to go because you ain't got to spend no money on a parlay. Straight bets, you kind of got to start spending money. But the best way, the honest to God truth, the best way to do it is just make a bunch of straight bets. Meaning, instead of a parlay, all them teams you would put on your parlay just straight better. So if you hit 5 out of 7, you win. 4 out of 7, you win. 3 out of 7, depending if you got an underdog, you can still win, but more than likely you take a little bit of loss, but it'll be a minimum loss. If you pick that bad to where you only pick 2 or 1 winner, then that's on you. You shouldn't even be trying to parlay or straight bet. But yeah, if you got some paper and you find a good game that you really feel strongly about, you can straight bet that one game. But I like to give y'all parlays because y'all ain't got to spend a lot of money on a parlay. You could just put a few dollars on a parlay and still win big like you bet big. But it is harder. That's why the odds are so good. That's why it pays so good because it's hard to win. First here, got to get my good game for the night. Oh yeah, what game you want, homie? What game you looking for, man? I'm gonna give you the game. UConn and South Carolina truly was the best teams this season. But the season's over, man. You can't catch them now. It's a wrap. Yeah. 11 of y'all up in here. Where the rest of y'all at, man? This was your idea, DJ, and you're not even up in here, dog. Jerome Wallace, where you at, man? You talking about I'm talking high power and don't follow my own advice? Come on up in here. Let's talk. Let's rap. I'm getting hot anyway with this hoodie on, this alcohol. I'm ready to talk some mess now. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. Sorry, no, she ain't sorry, but she lost. She lost. There you go, DJ. How did you find the link? Oh, I put it in the chat. What up? What up? What up?
Uh, Hey,
Man,
she is sorry she didn't win the big game.
I know, but she ain't really sorry. But yeah, clutch time. She still did her thing, but old girl shut her down. She only scored 5 points off old girl that ripped her.
Yeah, nah, she did her thing. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at it. Can't nobody
What
be
she had? 30, 28?
I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
Over 30.
She had over 30?
Yeah, over 30.
Yeah, well, it ain't her fault. But she did get ripped in the end, and she did get shut down by when they put the sister on a
She got
5
ripped a
point.
few times.
Yeah,
Homegirl was on her ass.
yeah, she was. The Great White Hope lost 2 championships in a row. Absolutely. And thanks for joining us, Job. Man, I thought Jerome Wallace was gonna come over here and get some of your proposition bets, man.
Yeah, he asked if I had hit over the weekend. Yeah, I hit a little something, but oh, so remember how I was with Giannis and Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Same thing happened again, man. But thankfully I hedged, man. I had a plus 1100 parlay. Jalen Brunson for 35, Josh Hart 8 rebounds, Giannis 30, Dame Lillard 5 assists. All like relatively easy. The one I was only worried about was the 35 from Brunson. Brunson taxed they asked for almost 50, so that wasn't an issue.
Damn.
Dame assists was looking kind of shaky, so I
So,
hedged Dame assists twice.
so this yesterday.
No, this is over the weekend. This is like Saturday,
Oh, okay.
right? So Dame assists was looking kind of shaky. I hedged twice, right? I hedged at 4.5, and I hedged at 6.5, right? So the 6.5 hedge hit, so I wasn't tripping on that either. But that goddamn Giannis, man, motherfucker had 28 points, and they lost the game. They lost the game in like the second half of the game, just got toe up, like to the point to where Doc put the bench in like the last 2 minutes. Like
Mm.
that team is terrible, man. Even when they up in the game, they will blow the lead and lose the whole game.
But you said that long time ago though.
I know, but I just can't. It's like, dog, this dude can't get so. And this is why, like, I said it's bad, even though the way I was acting towards him, right? Because if dude, like, this is why you got to manage your bankroll. Because even whether you have a parlay or you have a straight bet, if it don't hit that game, it's probably gonna hit the next game. You know what I mean? So if it don't hit and they make you lose, if you need to have the bankroll enough to just double up on the next game, or especially if they're playing a soft team the next game. You know what I'm saying? You double up on that. You're probably just gonna get your money back. But it's hard not to have at least a little bit of motion in it. So
Mm.
you want to do you like they just like, man, trash. He just banned. Never betting this dude again. But it's like, no, it's not best to be like that. You got to at least get a little money back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Giannis just be like, especially against good teams. If you have a guard, whether it's a point guard or shooting guard against Milwaukee, take them because they can't guard guards. Dame can't guard nobody. Brunson could like I said, almost 50. I'm finna look and see how much he actually had that game. I promise you it was something close to 50.
Giannis go crazy against bad defenses.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean that team got a bad defense as well. And Doc Rivers supposed to be the defensive coach. I'd be like, what like
Man, I don't believe in nothing Doc do, man.
me neither. So like, are they not watching the same games we watching? Like, how do they hire this dude? Like, do y'all not see the same things that us sitting on the couch are seeing?
Well, I always go back to when I interviewed Keith Claus. He said Doc Rivers was a great coach.
Man,
And I-
keep playing.
so they don't see what we see.
A great coach, how, when, where?
Man, he said he's probably the best coach, man.
Man, Keep Up said that the best
Yeah,
coach.
yeah.
You
Said
gotta
he
remember,
was great. He said great, and he emphasized great. I'm like, no way. Like, nah, he's a great coach.
man. You gotta remember that Keith Kloss had some Sherm days, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that got to be narcotics talking, man. Because that's the only way you see him as a great coach.
Mm.
Wait, was that yesterday? Yeah, it might have actually been yesterday. Yeah. Thanks. Why the hell do we say Jalen Brunson had 8 points? What tripping? Yeah, this ain't right. Let me see. Somebody had asked a good question about how you find beds.
I see everybody posting Pretty Boy's picture now.
Yeah. Rest in peace to the homies.
Dude want to know if you bet on Prize Picks. I don't.
Well, we don't have prize picks in Nevada, so I don't. But when I go to California, a lot of times I do, and I want to give y'all a way to beat prize picks. So one of the ways that make it easy against prize picks is, hold on, let me first go here. Yeah, Brunson had 43 against Milwaukee.
Mm.
43. And mind you, 2 games before that, he put up 35, 35, and then 43 on them dudes.
He
Trash.
guaranteed 35 against them.
They can't guard nothing, man. They can't guard a high school team right now, man. They sorry
So
until they
yeah,
get
I focus on baseball more than anything, but NFL too. So Major League Baseball and the NFL, those are the two that I focus on most. Those are my strengths. Historically, I win on those. NBA has always been the hardest. NCAA basketball is probably the next hardest. Hockey's always been hard for me. Uh, Soccer's hard. But NFL and baseball, yeah, I'll get you some winners off that, or I've done good for myself in the past. NBA season's always been terrible for me. I won big on the NBA out of all my years. Probably, I'm gonna estimate 3 times in all the years I've been betting NBA. So those are some rough decades for me dealing with the NBA. A lot of that shit seemed rigged. A lot of it's just bad luck. A lot of players take nights off that I expect to show up, and seem like seem like in the NBA, players make a lot of dumb mistakes. It's like they haven't matured and they're not smart in the game of basketball. It's hard to nail it down, but they make a lot of stupid ass mistakes.
so the way you do prize what I like to do is you so if you're in a state that only has prize picks that don't have like a lot of the other sports books, you still download the other sports books and you go through their props, right? And you look
Mm.
up a player, right? Let's say uh who's a good example? Let's say AD. Let's say AD rebounds is like 13 or something, and it's like minus 160. So you want to find the bets that have a lot of juice, meaning it's it's minus money. You know what I'm saying? A lot, like past 140, like one minus 140, minus 150, minus 160. So for us, that means that I gotta put 160 just to win 100, right? So you find you 2 plays like that and you play them on prize picks because prize picks doesn't go by odds. Prize pick goes by I think at least 2 props is like 3 times. You win 3 times your money and so on and so forth. So for us, even if I put those same 2 together in Vegas, a minus 160 and a minus 160, I'm gonna get like plus 2 something. But you gonna get uh triple your money regardless because prize picks just goes off the number of selections. It don't go off odds. So you find 2 things that have a high odds on download FanDuel, DraftKings, um, whatever, Caesars. Just download another app, and that's a good way to beat prize picks or to be good on prize picks because it's heavily favored elsewhere. But on prize picks, it don't matter. Your money is going to be the same no matter what it is.
JC, I see your comments. So, what players, in my opinion, get the most potential? Got the most potential right now? You're talking about baseball, right? Well, one of the guys I like a lot, pretty solid guy that you could bet on is Shane Beaver, but he just got hurt. I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but he might be out for the whole year. So that sucks because I had said on my lives for the last 2 years, you could whenever Shane Beaver pitched, you could either take the Guardians or you could take the under. The under was always good money. Beaver winning was usually good money. His strikeouts overs was usually good money. So Beaver would be one that we won't be able to count on. Cattell Marte is good. Freddie Freeman, I speak highly of him. Uh, William Contreras, good. Michael Conforto, good. I always say Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani are the best players in baseball. So that's my bias, but those are two of my favorite players, along with Freddie Freeman. Uh, uh, Romeo Blanco. I like Jose Ramirez on the Guardian. He's clutch. He's really clutch. Of course, Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's been good for years. He's another clutch hitter. Uh, Now, Judge and Stanton, they're streaky. You can catch them cold and you can catch them hot. So you just got to pay attention to the trends with them. Uh, that Jose Baez, I think he's on the Tigers now. He's another good player. Josh Naylor, very underrated player with plenty of potential. Him and his brother. Uh, so it depends. If there's a particular team you like or a particular position, if you're looking for a pitcher or a hitter, stolen bases, it all depends what you're looking for. But there's a lot of hidden talent in Major League Baseball every season. I haven't seen Soto play for the Yankees yet, but I'm gonna go see him in person. I'll probably see him once or twice this season. So I'll be looking at Soto. I'm not a fan of Soto. I was when he was with Washington. I lost a lot of love and respect for him when he went to San Diego. And of course, just too much hype and too much money. Whenever you like, I'm all for a player breaking the bank. I'm not no hater. I want everybody in the professional level to make a lot of money. But when you get those ridiculous contracts and you don't live up to them, you lose me as a fan. I don't like a guy that it's all about the money. Now he don't want to play ball no more. Maybe he had a lucky season, got the money, and now he's being himself. I don't like players like that, man. I'm not saying Soto like that, but I am saying he was worth way too much money based on his performance. And of course, his team didn't go nowhere.
And it don't you feel like Mookie and Otani? It's like they going back and forth. At first, Mookie was on fire and Otani was dry. Now Otani hitting, and it seems like Mookie is dry right now.
Yeah, but here's the difference. All right, first let's go back to the last time we went live. I told you, watch for Otani. When he hit one, he could be streaky. It's the same for Betts. Betts is gonna have his streaks. He's gonna have his cold spot. But Betts is a leadoff hitter. He's not expected to do the things that Otani and Freeman will do. So what did Betts do today? Got on base and scored right off. He set the tone right off the top. That's what you want from Betts. So you want Betts to get runs scored. You
That's
want
what he does.
Betts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I emphasize this to you, but at some point I told you that Betts will be one of the guys that score the most runs in baseball. Look who he got batting behind him.
Yeah,
And so Betts don't necessarily have to hit. Betts can get a walk. Or Betts can
that's
get a single. Betts is a leadoff hitter. He's not expected to be hitting all them home runs. But he's that type of guy. Him, Ricky Henderson. There's certain leadoff guys that also can display power, and that would be Mookie Betts. But you have to expect Mookie Betts just to get on base and score runs. That's what he's expected to do.
yeah. I like Freeman too, man. Freeman is good for at least a RBI, and Muncy and Hernandez too.
Yeah,
Hernandez,
yeah. But I, I mean, Hernandez is probably going to be another streaky player. Freeman, he's consistent. You could count on Freeman. I'm still in shock that them dudes, Betts and Freeman, couldn't do nothing in the postseason. I'm shocked at that. But you could count on Freeman all year long. Betts, I'm not going to say you can count on him every game, but over the course of the season, you could count on Mookie. Mookie's a proven veteran with multiple championships.
right?
And he's gonna go down as one of the best leadoff hitters in the history of baseball. When his career is over, he'll be compared to Ricky Henderson and some of the other great leadoff hitters.
But see, so far he got 5 home runs and 11 RBI so far. Like
Yeah, he got those 5 home runs early though.
yeah, early he tied for first place in the
Yeah,
most home runs, and he tied for
yeah,
fifth with 11 RBI, and
yeah,
he ninth in batting average.
yeah. That's
So
what I'm
he
saying. You a
doing
single
work.
or walk for Mookie Betts is doing his job. You can't really compare him to Otani and Freeman. They're power hitters,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. That's
Of course, Otani's a contact hitter as well, though.
he got 17 runs so far.
I told you, man, expect him to lead the league in runs. That's what he do. That's his job. So he's doing his job. So with Mookie Betts, what you want to look for is on base percentage and runs scored. You don't look for Mookie to lead the league in RBIs. And he will always be in the hunt for home runs, but he's not going to lead the league in home runs. Um,
Yeah,
his RBIs, because he's a leadoff hitter, he bats with nobody on base to start every game. So now once the game gets going, you have to hope the bottom of the lineup is hitting. And if you remember, the Dodgers' first couple games, the bottom of the lineup didn't produce at all.
yeah. Or you gotta hope that he get a homer because he get a homer. That's RBI.
Yeah, of course, but still, he doesn't get the RBI opportunities that Otani and Freeman and Hernandez is gonna
Yeah,
get.
it's damn it ain't showing. I want to see what the price is for Mookie Betts to get a run tomorrow. What
Man,
they lines would be.
Acuna, Acuna, he's always a good player. You
Yeah.
could count on Acuna.
And I've seen a lot of people hit today on the pitching on strikeout. Let me see who that was.
Man,
Hey, what's the safest number of bets to put on the parlay?
safest number to put on a parlay would be two.
Two. Yeah, a two-leg parlay can get you
We, we
good
said the
money.
same thing at the same time. Of course, uh, because the word you use safest, so two, the bare minimum. But like I told DJ and I sent him tickets, I don't have a rule on that. I go by how many teams or how many propositions I see for the day. I'm gonna either be right or I'm gonna be wrong. But some days I see five, I see seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna go with what
Yeah,
I see.
it's the
But
money. Yeah,
uh, when you do that, the more teams you put on there, the more likely you got a mistake on there.
the more likely to lose.
Yeah,
Because the odds, even if you really calculate the odds, they're not giving you like correct the odds that you should be getting. You know what I'm saying? As the picks go up and up. So it's like, man, for everything to have to go your way, you got a 5 teamer, 6 teamer, 7 teamer. It's like, man, you gotta have a 4 leaf clover in your pocket or be one of God's favorite, you know what I'm saying? But
and, and see, I don't think like that. But
I
there is a little luck involved. But when you know your shit, you just know your shit.
that
I'm gonna give you a good example about you, DJ. See, because you already know the game, so I'm not trying to teach you anything. But I just observe you. And do you know how, since we've been knowing each other, how many times you told me you knew this dude was gonna go over 7.5? And then,
yeah,
so if you really go with what you see, you'll be hitting more 5 and 16 parlay. But the way you gamble is smarter than how I gamble. You're more conservative, and you
yeah,
manage your bankroll. I don't do that.
yeah,
So when we're talking about the best way to gamble, that's DJ all day long. But when you
fact,
start talking about don't do a long parlay or you can't do a parlay, no, that's not true either because I've shown him I can hit 8, 9, 10 team parlay, and even when I do the 12, I'll lose one. It'll be Tatum took the night off.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? So there is a little bit of a luck or just it being your day involved, absolutely. But if you see
Mhm.
it and you know it, I mean that's just what it is. Why we can't be right?
No, that's a fact. I done seen you hit plus 7,000s and plus
Man.
that. You know what I mean? Off of parlays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's definitely possible. I do believe that some people are just better. You know what I'm saying than
Yeah,
others, and I just got that short kind of that short kind of fuse. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause and then with me, if I got a 4 or 5 team, anything like I said, that plus 1100 one that I made the other day, that one
mm,
was like 5, I think.
yeah,
I'm hedging. Like if I get down to the last thing, like I'm hedging because to me that's a winning ticket.
yeah,
If I get 4 out of 5 and I'm able to hedge that last one, or I'm on to that last, it's like that's a winner right there. All I got to do is hedge, and I guarantee myself some type of profit. You know what I'm saying,
correct.
or
Mm,
not a loss at all. You know, at least I'm gonna get
yeah.
my money back. But if it's plus 1100, I'm gonna make some money off a hedge. You know what I'm saying? So,
And
uh,
and that's another strength in your favor versus me because I've heard you say it a couple times and you know when we talk and you boil down to a game that you can head. Well, I don't do that. I'll have two games at the same time, and they'd be like, "Damn, well, if I hedge on this, what if this team blow the game?" So it's not a true hedge. And plus, I use my whole bankroll. So a lot of times DJs say, "Shit, hedge it. Hedge it with what? I ain't got nothing to hedge it with." And he
yeah,
said, you gotta hold something back. I don't do that. So it really boils down to your style. And, you know, the best way, like I say, is to be smart and conservative. That's the best way. But a lot of the people that actually win big is what we call real gamblers. We get out there, look at Jerome Wallace. He don't do a lot of parlaying, but he bets huge on straight bet. Nigga, I'd be grabbing my nuts if I bet 100,000 on a game. You know, I've
yeah,
never bet 100,000 on one game. I used to bet big on the dice, but I never put one. I can't show you one ticket with a 6-figure bet that I ever made. He does it regularly. He does it all the time.
that that's how you went. To me, the dudes that's really winning big money and consistently, they they managing their bankroll and they making big bets. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
bankroll was like the number one thing. And if you new to gambling, you're not sure or whatever, like start small. You can make a $2 bet. You can make a $5 bet. You know what I mean? Like it's about the build up. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Obviously, if you ain't got 100,000 to bet, then you just, you know what I mean. You can't make $100,000 bet. You know what I'm saying? But you can slowly build that up as well.
absolutely.
And
Which,
then,
which we agree on that. It's all about the build up. I'll tell you about the way I build up later. But so we agree on that. But with me, I go all in, and the build up only take one loss, and shit, it's a wrap.
yeah, see, it's just like with in blackjack, right? When you like learning how to card count and different things in blackjack, they teach you about managing the bankroll. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm sitting down at a table and I got $100, what I'm doing at a $25, $50 table, you know what I'm saying? I need enough money. So if I got to double down, if I got to split, if I got to, you know what I mean? If I get two aces, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to cover those other bets, and it's the same way
Mm-hmm.
with sports betting. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Uh,
be able to hedge. You got to be able to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? In
yeah,
case you
yeah. All right, so for those that's watching, for those that's new to gambling or just curious about my style, this is overall this is the method I use the most. So let's say, for example, I want to go. I see like 9, 10 teams I want to bet. Well, usually before I bet that 9 or 10 team parlay, I'll find a game that I could just bet something small on that game. And when I win on that game, the parlay's house money. The parlay is free. The parlay is free. My problem is once I have the free parlays, because it's usually not going to just be one. I'm gonna win enough to make a couple parlays and don't have to sweat them. But in the midst of those games, I'm usually live betting or looking for
Mhm.
a last minute bet, and then While I'm waiting on them parlays to come through, I'm still losing my base money, my original money. But what I'm saying is, if you want a style that works, take a bet. I'm gonna just say $15, $25. Bet on something you think is a for sure bet. If you lose, it's not a whole lot of money. So bet 15 or $25 on that. You win, you take the profit, and now you got your parlay. You still got your original money. So you can go however you want from there. Whether you reinvest that money for the day or you done for the day and you just sit back and wait on your parlay. Or like DJ said, depending on how many teams it is and what time slots you put on your parlay, now your original money can be your hedge money. So you guaranteed to win for the day. You're not gonna win a lot if you bet 15 or $25, but you can only win what you can afford. So you might be able to put that 25 on or 15 on the hedge at the last game, and you guaranteed yourself at least to double or triple your money for the day. So you really got to find a style that fits yourself, what you're looking for, what you're looking to win, and stick to that. Because there's so many different styles of betting, believe it or not. Um,
So many different
yeah.
styles.
But my thing is always to try to get that house money. And you're not going to always win that bet you think is for sure. So don't get it twisted. You
Yeah.
might see a bet that you think is for sure, and it might not come through. So now, what you going to do? You either going to chase your money or you still going to put a parlay in, and you already down for the day. So, but parlaying really, really, really parlaying really should be with house money or just your extra money, to be honest with you.
Facts. You want to your straight bets, like I don't want to say pay the rent, but your straight bets is where the money is at. When you up, then that's when you start getting a little more wild and start putting in a parlays or something. You know what I'm saying? With they money, and you never you never um put the same amount that you would put on a parlay. You don't. I mean, that you put on a straight. You don't really put that on a parlay. Especially if you're not up. If you up, you just up, then hey, you put whatever you want to. But like, so if I'm making $100 straight bets, I'm not really gonna make $100 parlay. You know what I'm saying? Break it in half and make it a 50
Correct.
parlay or something.
Correct.
$5 parlay or something because you're gonna win more money anyway. You know what I'm saying? But JC said, what percentage of your intake do you reinvest or cover or hedge? So you at least want to hedge yourself to where you get your original bet back.
Mhm.
So if I
Minimum.
got yeah, if I got a $50 parlay or something and I'm down to the last team, either I'm gonna win, depends on what the odds are, right? But let's say I'm gonna win 500 with that 50, or if I hedge, I can at least first I'm gonna at least get my money back. But you can hedge to where okay, if this team lose, I can bet the opposite way. So that way, if they lose, I win my hedge. So my hedge will win me 250. Or if they win, I win, you know what I'm saying, the 500, but I still hedged over here. So that's gonna give me 250. So you can guarantee it to where win or lose, I get 250. You can when you got these apps, you can make it to where you get a good profit no matter what because you can get plus money. Let's say I got the Lakers five minus 5.5 pregame. Well, I can get the Lakers depending on how the game is flowing. I might be able to catch that same line or a line similar for plus money. Now you're in a really good spot because games go up and down. As you watching the game, as each point is scored, the you know what I'm saying the prices is going up and down and the spread is going up and down. So you can it depends. Sometimes you can catch it to where you can catch that other team plus 10.5. So now you got the 10 and you got the minus 5. So anywhere in between there, you profit or you win. Or, you know what I'm saying? You break even. So it just depends on what your options are. You got to know how to read the lines and you know what you're looking for. But you at least when you hedge, you at least want to win your money back. Like you don't want to hedge for less, and then you know what I mean. You still taking a loss, but you at least want to win your initial investment back. But if there's an opportunity where you can guarantee yourself profit on both ends, yeah, you're not going. win the whole 500, but hey, if I can win 250 regardless of what happened, well, I can just kick my feet back. You know what I mean? Because I got a 250 coming, no matter if they win or if they lose. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me answer that same question. He's absolutely right. The minimum hedge is to win the money that you invested. That way you don't have an L.
You don't take a loss.
All right. Now, basically what he's saying, and I agree with, but I'm gonna give you an alternative. When he said 250, your ticket pay 500. The percentage is 50% to answer your question. 50%. You want to win 50% of what the ticket will pay out. That way you guarantee, like he said, you guarantee yourself a nice win. Kick your feet back. You don't even have to watch the game at that point. You could
Yeah.
walk out, go eat dinner with your kids or whatever, because you already know you're gonna win. Uh, so what I would add to that is it depends on how much your ticket pay. Because if your ticket pays 16 racks, you may not have 8 racks, but you may be able to say, well, I want to win 1,500 off this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you profit 1,500. If you got more, you can say, I want 4,000. Remember, we saying 50%. So you would need 8,000 to put up 50% to get half of that $16,000 ticket. But at that point, you can say, I'm a gamble, nigga. I want to win 14,500, or you could say, well, I want at least 1,500 out this shit. That's the beauty of getting a big parlay to come in. I'm not saying bet big money, but a parlay that pays big, because now you have more options than just laying 250. You got
Yeah.
options of, hey baby, let me borrow 1,000 for a couple hours. You can
Yeah.
call one of your homies with some, hey homie, you got 5 racks. I'll give you 6 racks back. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's what make gambling fun. Even though that's far and in between, you have to be hot to be playing with that kind of money, or you have to be good to have a ticket that can pay like that. I'm gonna answer one more question. Uh, but do you straight bet head up or with the spread or the over? Well, there is no set rule. You bet on what you think is a winner. And of course, a straight bet money line is the best option to go, because you're more likely to be able to win if you take the favorite.
Mhm.
Even if you like the underdog, I wouldn't say take the straight bet, but the straight bet pay you more. So you might get 2 to 1, 3 to 1, or 4 to 1 on your money. That all depends on you. That there's no set rule on that. So if you see a side or a total or a money line, that's on you. You have to decide that.
And it depends what the price is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say live, for instance, the other day, the 76ers going into overtime. They had the 76ers plus minus 1.5 for plus 160 going into OT against the Spurs. I'm taking that all day, every day, twice on Sundays. So why would I take the money line when the plus when the minus 1.5 is plus 160? That's only 2 points. It's only one shot. You know what I mean? They ended up going into double OT and winning the game by like 8. You know what I mean? So it's like that's easy money. I'm not gonna most of the time I'm not gonna take the money line in that situation. I'm gonna take the spread. You know what I'm saying? Um, so he keeps saying he don't understand the plus and the minus. So you got time to you want to explain it?
Yeah, you've done it before, but you could do it again.
So when you see plus and minus, like you saying plus 10 and minus 10, when you see it in that aspect, it's the game line. So plus 10 means that team has to lose. They don't have to lose, but that team can not lose by more than 10. Plus 10, if they lose by 11, 12, 13, or more, anything past 10, you lose. Minus 10 means that they have to win by 10 or more. If they win by 9, you lost your money. If they win by 11, you won your money. So plus means that they got points. They got 10 points. They can lose by 10. They can win the game or whatever. Long as they don't lose by 11 or more, you good. Minus 10 means They have to win by 10 or more.
Now, what he told you is obviously correct. As a beginner, and you don't understand, just look at it like if it's plus 9.5, you already winning the game by 9.5. So when it's 0-0, you already are winning 9.5 to 0, and vice versa. If it's minus, well, you starting the game losing, you have to cover that 9.5, and everything else DJ said remains the same.
Hmm.
Uh,
And
now, now, if what I thought you was referring to, which you obviously wasn't, was the money line. When you see minus 200 or plus 200, um, I usually go by hundreds. So minus 200 means you have to lay 200 just to win 100, and vice versa. If it's plus 200, you put up your 100, and you're gonna get 200 plus your 100 back. So that's the money line.
yeah,
The
so
other
yeah,
one that you're talking about is the point spread,
yeah, the point spread, the game line.
game
But
line, point spread.
if you, like you said, when you see the plus on the money line, plus 250 mean 100, get you 250 plus your 100 back. When you see the minus 110, that means you got to bet 110 just to win 100. So when you see on the money line, minus means I got to bet this. You might see a minus 250. That means you have to bet 250 just to win 100. But if you see plus 250, that means you get 250 plus your 100.
Yeah, the minus is the favorite and the plus is the underdog.
Underdog. But and then he said he liked the plus money line better than the negative. Everybody do, but it's plus money for a
For a
reason.
reason. Yeah.
Because they the underdog. It's harder for the, you know what I mean? They not favored to win. It's less likely that they gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And when you get more advanced in this stuff, you will be able to see certain lines and say, "Oh, that's not right." Like, for instance, Timberwolves and the Lakers.
You still?
So,
As soon
Uh,
as they
it
announced
was
that
up.
yeah.
LeBron was out, I went straight to BetMGM, and the Timberwolves was minus 1.5. Minus 1.5 is way too low, especially if LeBron is out. Sometimes you can catch these books slipping. So as soon as you hear some news, boom, you jump on it. You know what I mean? So as soon as I heard LeBron was out, boom, I went straight to the app, jumped on it. Timberwolves minus 1.5, and it was like minus 110. And then right after I placed it, a couple minutes later, it went up to minus 2.5 and minus 3.5. I think before the game it was like minus 3.5. So I got a good price because I jumped on it early, the minus 1.5. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then even now, like we was talking about the hedge, you got cash outs now. Some people just take the cash out. You know what I mean? I'd rather hedge than take the cash out, but I know everybody ain't got cash outs on
Yeah.
every.
Yeah, they starting to give everybody cash out. It's catching on.
And then on FanDuel, they got cash outs on player props.
Yeah.
So if you got LeBron 30 and LeBron got 25, they might offer you a cash out, even on a parlay. It could
Mm.
be a parlay of multiple players, you know what I mean? And they offer you a cash out so you don't hit them for the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think in a lot of instances it's better to just hedge. If it's especially if it's a big ticket. If it's a big ticket, you better off, you know what I'm saying? Just hedge. I always say too, if you need the money, take the cash out. They always say get cash out because nothing is guaranteed. You can have a player like Giannis for 30 and this motherfucker end the game with 29. So you're better off, taking the cash out. So so yeah, you definitely got a lot of different options, a lot of different, techniques. And sometimes the game ain't even got to be played for you can get a good cash out. Yeah, you can before the game even start, you can get a good cash out sometimes and just cash out on there.
Man, oh yeah, I never
What's
seen cash out. Yeah, they go for cash outs to different places and different type of bets.
yeah. It all depends on what book you got access to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What?
whatever my son uses, I don't know what he used. He had never seen it. And then this past weekend, he was offered a cash out, big cash out too. He cashed out for like 3,200, offered $10 bet.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes like if it's amount of like you got some of these dudes that be betting big and they got crazy cash outs. You know what I mean? Before the
Yeah,
game,
then it's really worth it.
yeah, really, and they don't take it though. They let it ride. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They got the type of money to do that. But I be telling people if you create this huge parlay off of $10 and it's like you either win and you ain't got the money to hedge it, then and it's money that's gonna impact you differently, like it's gonna really make something like I could use this 5 racks, you know what I'm saying? Or I can wait to this last game and get this 10 racks or whatever. Like man, if you got a good cash out, man, you might as well just take it because you never know. You might as well take the guarantee and then put a little sum of the profit onto the last game, you know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know what I'm saying? But if you never seen them, you don't want to walk away with zero when you could have had some money that you need.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, basically. Yes. Okay. And then see what I know with prize picks you kind of handicapped because you can't even make a straight bet. It has to be a parlay, which is
Mm,
terrible. It
mm.
makes your odds, you know what I'm saying, less obtainable to hit the ticket. And you can't choose like different things. If they got LeBron over under 25, like that's your only option. But when you got other books like shit, how you share a screen? Oh,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
yeah,
Uh, to homeboy. Homeboy says his homeboys in the pen be trying to bet. They done messed up so much money. I'd be like, damn. Back in the days, man, it was like it's about. Well, first I'm gonna give you two stories. I'm gonna take you back to like 1991, 1991, 1992. Uh, I used to win a lot in Vegas, and the homies in the hood who had a lot of money, D boys, gamblers, and they used to see me with all these fresh hundreds, and they thought they could win like that too. So I would tell them, I'll put that on there in a minute, DJ, and I would tell them, just give me your bets. I want to be the bookie. They wouldn't do it. They was haters. They wouldn't do it. What's the difference? Give me your money or get a casino money. What difference do it make? So they wouldn't bet with me. I got them. I got two guys one time. They bet me. One dude bet a 16 parlay, and when I took the bet, I took it because two teams I figured was gonna lose. Plus, I know how Vegas is. One of them is probably gonna lose anyway. So I took the bet, and the other guy had a parlay that I thought was gonna win. So I took the parlay and I took the parlay to Vegas and I put the same parlay in. So he won and I won. But they wouldn't mess with me. So the second story I want to tell you is this. When guys used to call me, my brother and the Sellies and them used to call me from the pen like in '06 to put bets in for them. I would do the same thing. I'd be like, just run me the money because they take it. They making 9 and 10 team parlays. Of course, if they hit, I'm in a world of trouble. I got to pay them a lot of money. But I used to say they're not gonna hit, and they never did hit. So I used to take the little crumbs and put them in my account and just save them for something I like. So I say you should do the same shit, depending if you think they got good picks or bad picks, and depending how many teams they got, you sitting here telling us they fucked off so much money, you could be the beneficiary of some of that money. Because when you get involved in this shit, you know how hard it is to hit them parlays like that.
yeah. It's something about dudes like sometimes that I don't know if it's they don't want to give you the credit or they don't want to break you off nothing, but it's like you will tell them a pick or something and they just go the complete opposite way or bet some other pick that they just thought up in their head and then they hit and you
Mhm.
like better they're like nah Like, bro, why waste my time? Now I gave you free money right here, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's crazy sometimes. But I'm gonna show this, like I said, with these other books, you can do stuff like this, right? So, like you see in B's line, right, is over under 9.5. Well, and that would be like for even like minus 111, right? But you can go here and say, maybe he might not get the 10, but I can go down to 8 and take 8 at minus 260. And then I could go here like and do the same thing with another prop. So Cade Cunningham assists is 6.5 minus 138. Well, what the four look? I can. Oh shit, that's 700. That's a bad. All right, let's just say Joel Embiid, right? You put those two together, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and it's like it's easier because it's less than his projected line. So you know what I'm saying? He just got to get close to what he projected to get, and then boom, like you can add it with different stuff. It could be assists, it could be rebounds, it could be points. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so Embiid, he had 30. You can go. He might not get 30, but 25 should be easy. Usually,
Yeah.
if you find a minus 250 and a minus 250, that'll get you like even money. So we call these like builders. Like you take small things for high odds and put them together, and you just try to get to this. Just try to get this to like even money, and it's a as long as it's something obtainable, like it's easier than just hey, I'm gonna just take you know five teams or whatever or some just sometimes when I need something with some good odds, or I want to put more money on something. We just call it building. We call them bankroll builders. So you can keep doing that for a period of time, or just keep doing it forever, and just putting so you can build your bankroll up. It's just easy things to just build your bankroll up. So you get to that point to where okay, now I can just start. You know what I'm saying? Start hammering some stuff. So yeah, you just to me it's more about the matchup in these different games, right? Like they don't have all the props today because they don't have the lineups yet. So it's like to me it depends on who a team is playing. Like if I'm betting Embiid, if I'm looking at this game, I'm like okay, Embiid, he gonna be going against who? Jalen Duran. Jalen Duran like to foul a lot. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Duran good for a double double. Don't get me wrong, but how do these two play? Like Embiid is gonna stretch the floor with him. He gonna take him to the rack. He gonna he gonna try to put that pressure on him. So he probably gonna end up fouling out. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. And Embiid probably gonna destroy him. So even but if something else instead of taking a parlay, you can just like I think I'll show you can and be all the way up to 40 points plus
Up
650.
that cupcake.
How could you to get 650? You have to put well like four four or five team will get you somewhere like plus 6. This is just one thing. It's 40 points. You better off playing well not better off, but sometimes that's easier than a parlay.
Mo Black, you've been telling me this for years, man. You ain't learned how to gamble yet, bro. It's just as easy as ordering a chick off of Craigslist back in the day, bro. You
But
good?
you also gotta just know the players or know what you do, or just So that's why some people pay other people for picks, and they or pay for a Discord or something. Because some people don't have time to learn or time to research, so you pay somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Mm-hmm.
follow somebody that know what they doing. Because if you just trying to do this for side money, you got a whole other life. You don't really got time. It's like, hey, I'll just pay somebody else to do it or whatever. But one I was trying to show this last time, but I don't think it was showing when I was by myself. Um, this website right here is it showing? Yeah, Stat Muse. So in Stat Muse, you can type in just all kind of stuff like you can do. Giannis versus Lakers, right? And then so it'll show you all the stats. It'll show you all the games versus the Lakers. So you can just go from here like, man, like he all look 29, 34, 38, 40, 44. So you can be like, all right, he got 6, 7 games over at least 25 points. I could take 25 or 30 points. I can take him all the way up to the 40 points because, the stats. So this is a site that I use a lot of times to get a lot of information. Like I said, it's about a lot of times just about the matchup. So like Embiid versus Detroit. When you want a player prop or you look like you're looking at prize picks, well, how do this player play against this team? What do he normally do against this team? This is a good this is a good tool to use. So it'll show you every game against Detroit. Some things might not pop up because they want you to like pay for them. They got like a subscription service. I don't know how much it is, but I don't pay for. I just take what I can get normally. But look, he usually go crazy against Detroit. 35, 41, 33. Look at his rebounds. 13, 11, 16. You know what I'm saying? So you can use this, to make your plays. Or even like if a player out, sometimes you can put like Austin Reeves without LeBron James. So all those games are gonna come out. All the games that Austin Reeves played without LeBron James, and it's gonna show you the stats. And I believe, yeah, you can do game lines too. Like so, a thing that I like to do is lately is first quarter props. So this is a player I like Rui Hachimura in the first quarter. I know every sports book don't have it, but if you do have an app that have it, like Caesars has it, of course FanDuel, DraftKings have it. So if you got first quarter props, it'll show you these props, right? And so Rui's his points in the first quarter always is like it's either 2.5 or 3.5. And see, this is not showing everything. I want you to unlock it, but you can go through and just see like, is he getting it every single game? No, but look at how often 7, 10, 3, 3. Some of the time, like I said, it'd be 2.5. You know what I'm saying? So all he got to do is hit a three. All he got to do is get a 3 point play, go to the layup, get a foul, go to the hole, and go to the free throw line, and boom, he got 3 points right there. Sometimes it's 3.5, especially if somebody is out. So Bron is out, if AD is out, you know what I'm saying? It might be 3.5. Boom, all you got to get is 4 points, boom, easy. So it's certain players I like to keep track of like that, and I bet them. So it might be, like I said, Rui Hachimura, because his is usually low. Michael Porter Jr. Um, on on Denver. His is normally like 4.5 points. Nikola Vucevic on the Bulls. It seemed like every single game his is 4.5. Every single game, and he gets it. He gets he gets about 5 points every game. And some of the books they even got rebounds, so it'll have how many rebounds every game. Steph Curry's be like one or two rebounds in the first quarter, and boom, you can bet that. Like this website right here, it'll show you. It'll show you every. You can put first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Another another good lock is Golden State Warriors in the third quarter, especially if it's against a bad team. Golden State is like they damn near always win the third quarter. So if you can catch them at a good line, especially if they already win in the first two quarters, the books is gonna have them most likely losing that third quarter just because they won the first two, but they still gonna win that third most of the time. So like last game or 2 games ago, I caught them at plus 1.5. That means they could lose the third quarter, but they can't lose by more than two in that third quarter. That was easy money. They won that quarter by like 8 points or something like that game. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can just catch them slipping. But those are a couple that I like to always I like to always have a look at and see what it is because I know they reliable. So yeah, if you got action at like first quarter, uh, like I said, Rui is a good one. And any player you see, any odds you look up on the apps, you can type that here on StatMuse, and boom, it's gonna give you the stats, and you base your plays off of there. Because if you just play basing your plays, especially player props, off of just gut feeling, hey, more power to you. But I can't do it. But if you want stats, StatMuse is only a good spot to get some info.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to. I tried to exit his stats. I didn't mean to kick him off, but we did an hour anyway. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting around for an hour. The rest of the week we'll try to help you guys out, man. And, we all in the same boat. We'll help you, teach you the game. I do say if you're not already a gambler, don't start. If you're already a gambler, then I don't mind helping you out, but I don't want to encourage you to. This is a tough road to go down. You could be successful, but the odds are you won't be very successful. Uh, One thing I will say, and I'll stand on, you can get some big wins, and you can get some wins. The question is how far in between are those wins, and how much are you profiting versus losing? Um, that's how you find out if it's worth it or not. But it's a dangerous road to go down. You have to sometimes rely on luck. Sometimes you have to be persistent. But there's a saying that always held true in my lifetime, even before I gamble. The day you lay off is the day they pay off. So once you start, try not to be missing no days because you miss money. I'm going to let DJ close and I'm out, y'all.
Yeah, man. What I will say is, man, if you got an addictive personality, then yeah, gambling may not be what you want to do because it can be very addictive. If you got a bad temper, if you ain't got no patience, yeah, you might want to, you know what I'm saying, kind of second guess it too. And if you feel like you know what you're doing or you know what you're talking about, you know how to pick bets, well, do it on paper first. You know what I'm saying? See all the games and the lines before the game and write it down. This is what I would take. This is what I like, and see if it actually hits. If you actually hitting them, if it's looking good, hey, then start trying your luck and putting real money behind it. You know what I'm saying? But we are trying to get this Discord, you know what I'm saying, back popping. I'm trying to get Kev to be more consistent, you know what I'm saying, to be on that thing every day. But we need more people, you know what I'm saying? We need more camaraderie because I want to get back posted on there too, but I'll be forgetting now because I'm like, you know what I mean? Need some interaction, need some people on there talking and stuff.
Yeah, DJ, I was gonna give y'all something this morning, but when I went on there, I said, "Damn, my last post is still up there. Ain't nobody posting." So I just said I wasn't gonna waste my time. Um, damn, it was something else you said. Damn, I forgot
Do
what
it
I
on
was
paper.
gonna say.
Do it on paper if you think you so
I don't remember, but it's all good. So I'll try to come all week, and I'll be disinterested, man, when I'm not gambling. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say every now and then I'll still write down teams. If I know I'm not betting and I have the time, I'll write down teams just to see if I will win or lose.
yeah.
To be honest with you, I would lose more times than I would win. But some of those wins, I'd be like, fuck, why I didn't call somebody? Why I didn't try it? You know what I'm saying? But So you got to remember when he said be patient and don't be compulsive. When you write it down, don't be mad if you would have won. I already gave you the game. The day you lay off is the day they pay off.
Yeah. I do that a lot. I forget a lot of bets too, because like when these games start, I'm used most of the time I'm still at work. But everything I put down in my head. So I'll be like, take this, and like I listen to like different podcasts, different shows about betting and stuff like that. People giving their plays and stuff. So it was a game last week. It was the Knicks and the Kings, and dude came on there and said he would take the Knicks team total under. I'm like, huh? Against the Kings? Man, the Kings can't hold nobody under their team total. And sure enough, I didn't take it, and it hit with ease. And I'm just like, man, if I just remember everything, if I could just, you know what I mean, put down everything that's in my mind, I'm gonna win most of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I guess I'm trying to get more back, active in the Discord, trying to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Popping, trying to get y'all some plays. You know what I mean? Because it's free. There's no reason why you should at least sign up, look at it. You know what I mean? It's free, and you can go on there and go back and see every pick that I had. I'm not deleting nothing. You know what I mean? It's all there, so you can see the wins and the losses. Especially football season. Shoot, it was just back to back smacks. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you do get a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Disinterested. You know what I mean? It's deep. There's a lot of stuff that go on with this, but it's just another episode. Hopefully, we'll be back soon, and can get y'all some picks out there.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
All right.